Hi y'all. I've made a bunch of improvements to sound overall. This week this weekend I've basically just tried to get the ambient rooms working, which is basically just reverb and stuff, and it makes it so that the guns actually sound like they're indoors when you're indoors. So I fixed that. It took about a lot of troubleshooting because I was using a really old method to do it, and the map was crashing a lot, and I could not for the life of me figure out why because I had it working before. But now I'm using the actual official Treyarch method. And I've also fixed up some of the sound in the bus depot. So it actually sounds good now. And you can hear that the sounds are actually working. I mean, that's a bit harsh. I gotta fix that, but I have voice off right now. So let me do all that. But yeah, reverb's working. Yep. We'll test out the M14 as well. Yep, sounds good.
Excuse me, just getting used to the ether. Please have a consequence. Right. Double points.
Come and get it, rock snobblers!
So, Fog's had a little bit more of a rework. It's a little more dense right now than I'd like it to be, but at least we have this going on. It looks alright. And I believe that there is some stuff that I've done outside of the map. Like, for instance, I have these little train hoppers done. And you can't really see them, but with the fog off, they're there. And I've done all the texture work, and these are done. So it's looking pretty good so far. I'd like to start working at the power station more. I have yet to add the bump trigger for the outhouse to make it play the flushing sound when you go through it. So we'll be working on that at some point. I gotta turn this cool filter down a little bit because it's a bit harsh. At some point I want to start finishing up Knacked and actually do the interior and everything and get all that ready to go. So... And then, of course, farm still needs to be worked on. I've just been doing stuff on the back end. But it is way farther than it was before. And I've also done this billboard here. So that was one of the things on my list to do. And not much has been done over here. Looks pretty good in here in terms of, like, exposure and everything. And not much has been done in here either. I'd like to add some ambient room stuff in here to get these working and playing their ambient loop tracks, especially with the tunnel, because I know the tunnel needs a little bit of that. And I mean, that's not even talking about Geo. But yeah, the tunnel is it's coming along, but I've taken a break on it. I kind of jump around a little bit. But in terms of sound, you can hear that Lava's got some of that sound playing. This should all be covered with that cooling or the solid texture like, this should all just be the solid texture. It shouldn't be molten like this, so that's something I need to fix. But if you remember, the bus depot, it had a bit of a purplish hue, like something was wrong with the coloring. It just didn't look super good. And when I come in here, you can see that that it goes back to the way it was in the other videos that I posted before. That was just a mess up, but yeah, so I have the wrong LUT set up in here still. It should look like this. Should have the correct orangey look to it. But I'm gonna add a cooler filter in here to address some of the lighting that's yellow, like it was. But
This'll put down some of them zombies.
M27 didn't have firing sounds. I fixed that. And of course, the M1911 has that indoor sound to it that it should have had. And it has the outdoor sound too. Now, this I kind of screwed up in the process of trying to fix other stuff. It's using the default burning overlay. It's because I screwed up. I was messing around with like all the files, trying to figure out what in the world it was, and it was just some audio thing that was screwed up because of that shitty old script that I had. So all that's been removed, and I'm using the official method, which does not require any scripting. And I had some people who were kind of baffled I was even using that script to begin with, because I guess for some reason I just totally forgot that there was a new method. I knew about it before, but I don't know what happened. But yeah, I mean, the reverb's a little intense on these shotguns. I'm not gonna lie, I should fix that, but I don't know what caps lock's on. Yeah, I suppose I... Yeah, so sniper sounds are a little wonky.
It's all timer. We're getting to count my bullets. Respect your elder, children.
Let me turn off voice, because I'm having a little trouble hearing the... Maybe I'll hear it more with the hammer. You know what? It could have been like that before. But I test out an SMG. Yeah, so that's all working good. This I gotta fix. I guess these lights are too bright. Could look like this, but it looks like that for now. And also the falling ash effects. It's a lot less harsh. It looks more subtle like the original did. And if I go out into the fog, it doesn't look super bright like it was before. It just looks very laid back. So it's good now. And there's a light here that I forgot to delete. I had a bunch of lights set up for this neon. But I feel like it just looks better without the lights. It's got a certain contrast that it didn't have before, and it's also less to render and just doesn't look as wonky. So yeah. Let me test it inside. Oh, that's great. So the impact sound, where it, like, rings off, doesn't play indoors. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. Just back-end stuff, and also, got the train stuff working and some lighting stuff, so getting closer. Getting closer. But yeah. That's about it for now. I'll see y'all next time. Whatever I do next weekend. Which will probably just be getting the rest of the lighting fixed and ready. And then I'm going to start setting up zones, like more zones, so I can run out of the depot area and have zombies spawn and not have to go into God mode and all that. And that's going to be pretty cool. I know I have a lot to do in town. I wanted to do the cafe and finish up the barbershop this weekend, but I just didn't have enough time. So, yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the updates weekly. They're weekly now because I kind of feel pressured to do it, because it's the only time during the week that I have to do it. So, you know, I kind of have to put a video out, which is a good thing, because before I would just go like a month without updates. But people wanted me to spend more time working on the map and then upload videos and updates on it less frequently, so that the gaps of content would be greater, I guess. Instead of posting more frequently and have less updates. But and people voted for it for me to wait longer and then post videos, but it ended up just being the other way around anyway, just because that's kind of all I can do. So yeah, take care.